Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. In today's video we are going to dig a little deeper into Pat McGrath's holiday collection. I have the 4 Quints with me right here and we are going to do looks with these. If you guys missed it, I did do a video with my first impressions on the entire collection. This collection does have 6 different eyeshadow palettes, and so of course I couldn't use them all in one video. So in my review slash first impressions video, what I did was I swatched everything and I created a look with each one of the bigger palettes. I created a look with each one of these. So in today's video, the plan is to create some looks with the eyeshadow Quints. As you can see, I did already do a lot of my makeup. My base is done. The brows are done. I even have mascara on already that I'll have to work around, but I'm super excited to get into these palettes. I did already swatch them on the previous video, but I'll show you the swatches in this one as well so that you guys can see them here in case you haven't watched the other one. I also did a swatch comparisons live video on Sunday where I swatched a lot of the shades that come in these palettes with previous Pat McGrath shades she's released in the past. So definitely also check that out if you're interested. And with that said, let's create some looks with these Quints. If you're excited for today's video, don't forget to please give it a thumbs up and let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to reach for this one first because this is the one that I think I like best out of all of them and the one that I've been dying to use the most. This one here is the Bronze Ecstasy Quint. It has a 12-month shelf life and it was made in Italy. Take a look right here at the swatches of this Quint from the previous video. I love the metallic shimmer shades that she included in this one, and I also love that it has a matte and a satin finish shade. So with a big fluffy brush, I'm going to grab the shade Twilight Taupe to begin, and this one I'm going to use as my transition. It's an intense shade, as you can see, so I'm going to carefully distribute the amount that I put on my crease to turn this into a transition color. And I'm using a Sigma E28 brush for this. I'm going to intensify the outer V of the eye a bit. That taupey shade alone is beautiful on the crease, and you could definitely intensify a bit right here on the outer corner with a smaller brush and make this the sole matte shade in your eye look, and I feel like that would be beautiful. See, I intensified the outer corner a bit and you could just do a shimmer on the eyelid and be done with it, right? However, I want to use as many shades as possible with this palette, of course. I'm going to, with the Sigma E27, go into our beautiful burgundy satin shade right here, and I'm going to add this one to the outer V of the eye and intensify things and warm things up a bit. I love this color. It's beautiful. So I'm just tapping the shade in place and then slowly bring it up to the crease. And with the tip of this brush, I'm just going to blend it into the taupey shade, just like so. Super pretty. As I said, I want to use as many shades as possible, so I think I'm going to do an ombre effect with the 3 shimmers. I'll do this one near the smoky shade, this one in the center, this one on the inner corner. So with my reference number 2, I'm grabbing this shimmer. This is like a really beautiful bronze sparkle, and I'm adding it towards the outer half of my eyelid, but not quite on the outer corner. Just packing it right here. Alright, I love that. Other side of my flat brush, and I'm getting into the middle shade. And this shade I'm going to put right in the center of the eyelid, just like this. These colors and these sparkles are so glamorous. It's the main reason this was my favorite palette just from swatching it. So with a different flat brush, I'm grabbing this lighter shimmer, and this is going to be the shade towards the inner third of my eyelid and on my inner corner. Take a look right there. These colors are so pretty. This is definitely, I can already tell you, my most recommended Quints, okay? I love it. So for the under eye, with a reference number 3, I'm going to grab the burgundy satin and I'm going to run this one right in between my lower lashes, back and forth, halfway in, and connect it right here at the end. And then back to the taupe shade with a reference number 13. I'm going to back and forth smoke everything out. Okay, and so take a look right here at the finished eye look with the bronze Ecstasy Quint. I love it. I am going to also add a waterline color. This is Cocoa from Laura Mercier, which is a really beautiful rich dark brown eyeliner with warm undertones. So I think it's going to be perfect for this eye look. So take a look right there. And before I show you what this looks like with lashes on, let's move on to a different palette. We're going to do this one next. This is the Bordeaux Bliss palette, which has a very nice and romantic color story. And my main critique with this one is that there's no matte shades in it. So we'll see what I come up with. And take a look right here at the swatches of this palette from the previous video. I cleaned my brushes and the first color I'm going to use is this one here. The one called Mauve Mystique, which is almost matte, but it isn't because it has gold sparkles in it. But I think it's going to work as our transition color regardless. Yeah, you can barely see the sparkles once it is on the eyelid. So this is a Sigma E28. And first I'm placing the color right on the crease, and now I'm going to start blending it upwards to create a nice transition. Now that we have our transition color on, I'm going to go to the black shade. This one here is called Ruby Noir, and it's a black color that has like red sparkles in it. This is a Sigma E24, and I'm going to add this very dark shade to the outer corner of the eye and very, very lightly bring it onto my crease to darken up things up here. It is very, very pigmented. So back to my previous brush, I'm going to make sure things look nice and blended. Okay, so that's how that is looking so far. And I'm going to do basically the same ombre effect that I did on this eye with these shimmers on this one. So I'm going to start back here with the shade Cosmic Garnet on a reference number 2. And this is a really pretty dark rose metallic glitter shade. So I'm mixing it with my outer corner color. Naked Sunset next with the other side of my brush. And this is going to be the shade right in the center of my eyelid. And then Platinum Rose Water is going to be the inner corner color. So I'm placing it right here and a third of the way into my eyelid. And so take a look right there at what that looks like. I'm going to do the same thing underneath as I did on the other eye. So with a reference number 3, I'm grabbing the darkest of my crease shades and I'm going to back and forth swipe this one halfway under my eyes. And you do have to be careful with the fallout in these shades because there's so much glitter in them that I think they're a little trickier to use. And then our transition color with the reference number 13, and we are smoking it all out. Swiping off any excess. And I used the same Laura Mercier eyeliner for this eye. This eyeliner I think I'll probably use for all of the eye looks because I think it'll work for all of them. Okay, and so before any lashes are applied, take a look right here at the eyeshadow look with Bordeaux Bliss. I really like the way this one came out for sure. Actually, I should say I like it a lot more than I expected because the black shade and this shade sort of kind of work on the crease even though they do have some sparkle in them. But I would still prefer them if they were matte shades for sure. Back with some lashes to show you my finished looks with the first couple of palettes. I'm going to put this right here so you can see the palette and the eye look. So check it out. This is the eyeshadow look with the bronze Ecstasy palette, which I think is going to be my favorite out of the 4, but I have another one that I really like that is coming next, so we'll see. And this is what it looks like once I finished it with lashes and all. In my opinion, a very glamorous look that you can use for countless occasions, and I love it. And then this right here is the eyeshadow look with the Bordeaux Bliss palette, which is a bit more romantic, also very glamorous. I really wish that there was at least one matte shade in this one because I just don't like seeing sparkles all the way up there, but that's just me and my personal preference. It's a beautiful palette regardless. So take a look right here at the eyeshadow look, lashes and all. I wiped off the first two looks, so let's move on to the remaining palettes. This one here, from what I've seen in the swatches, is my second most favorite. This one is called Lunar Nightshade, and I love the teal shades that this one has, plus I love this satin color right here. So let me show you the swatches of this one from the previous video. Very beautiful, very pigmented, very metallic, as you can see. And let's go ahead and create a look with this one. This here is my reference number 16 brush, and I'm going to use it with this color here on the crease of my eye. I applied my Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer on my eyelid. Whoa, that is pigmented. So let's see, I'm going to first place it and then blend it. So adding it to the outer third of my eyelid with my reference number 16. And once the shade is placed, let's go ahead and start blending upwards, back and forth with very light pressure here on the crease. This color is beautiful. I don't know about the contrast of this shade with the teal shades, but we'll see. So here's that shade blended. I guess I'll try Noir Nebula here on the outer corner. I am scared, but we'll see. So I'm packing it right on the outer corner, and I'm going to blend it into our transition shade ever so slightly. I really don't want this color to go super high on my crease. So back with my reference number 16, I'm just going to run it through the edge, just like so, just back and forth very lightly back here. That's pretty. That's actually really pretty. Neptunian Orchid has to be the star of the show, so let's go for it. This is a flat brush from Refer, and I'm just packing it all throughout the center of my eyelid. Super pigmented, super metallic. Just leaving a little space on the inner corner. A little bit more of this one, just to blend it better into Neptunian Orchid here. This is different from what I expected, but I love it. I don't know what I was expecting. I truly didn't think about how different the teals were from this color, but this is looking very pretty. Reference number 2 in Pale Amethyst, which is a shimmer shade I absolutely love, and I'm putting it on the inner third of my eyelid, and this is also going to be my inner corner shade. So packing it here and bringing it in a third of the way in. That is so pretty. I can't get over it. Maybe this is my favorite Quint. I love it. That looks so pretty. Wow. I'm going to bring a little bit of this one to the under eye area, just the outer third of my under eye, with the tip of my reference number 3 right back here. And you can see I still have some remaining waterline liner from the previous 2 looks, which I'll retouch in a second. This color on the reference number 13 to smoke things out down here. I retouched the waterline eyeliner, and take a look right here at the finished look with the Lunar Nightshade eyeshadow Quint from Pat McGrath. Like I said, I knew I would like this palette, but I was not expecting to like this as much as I like it. This is, I feel like, tied for my number 1 recommendation. If you like neutral shades like I do, maybe this is not something you would use as much as the bronze palette. However, I don't know, because I think I might like this look better than the look I did with the bronze palette. This is spectacular. I love it. Can't wait to hear what you guys have to say down in the comment section below, so let me know if you like it. And of course, I'll show you it with some lashes later. But before I do that, let's move on to the last look, which is going to be with this Quint right here. This one is called Sunset Romance, and as you can see, this one has 2 matte shades, 3 shimmers. This one is very, very wearable and a beautiful romantic color story. The thing about this one is Pat has already given us this color story 10 times over, so it's just not as exciting, but it's a beautiful palette. I actually already used this one. This is the palette that I was wearing on the live video on Sunday. So let's go ahead and recreate that look, or actually let's go ahead and do a different look, because I'm going to use every single shade this time with this palette. I can't get over how much I like this look, by the way. Anyways, I'm starting with the shade Sunkissed Rose and my reference number 16. This is a beautiful matte color that is going to be fantastic all throughout the crease of the eye. And as our transition shade, I'm using the Refer number 16 brush once again, just to back and forth blend this color all throughout the crease. Switching to a Refer number 1 and the shade Suede Sienna. And I'm going to pack Suede Sienna right on the outer corner and then back and forth blend it into my crease. Just packing it on the outer corner here and diffusing it. With a flat brush, I'm grabbing Metallic Passion. I haven't used this shade yet, so I'm going to just lightly pat it towards the outer half of my eyelid, blending it into my outer corner color. And as you can see, this one is pretty sparkly. This one you could put all over the eyelid as well, with a light color on the inner corner, and that would be stunning. But like I said, I want to use every single shade, so I'm going to do a little ombre effect like we did with looks 1 and 2. So this color next, this one is Mink Mirage. And I'm putting it in the center of the eyelid, leaving a space on the inner corner, mixing it with the other metallic shade. Lastly, Glowing Desire. This is going to be the inner corner color, so right here and inwards. Back to Suede Sienna with a Refer number 3, and I'm going to just back and forth run it under the outer third of my under eye. And with Sun-Kissed Rose on a Refer number 13, I'm going to diffuse the under eye area. I retouched the waterline of my eye, and take a look right here at the finished look with the Sunset Romance eyeshadow Quint from Pat Mcgrath. Like I said, we've had this color story from Pat Mcgrath in the past, and that is the one thing that makes this palette not as exciting. But if you don't have any Pat Mcgrath at home and this is like your first time trying it and whatnot, this Quint is affordable. It has amazing formulas and an absolutely beautiful color story. There's no denying that. Back once again with lashes on to show you the finished looks with both of these Quints. So let's start with Lunar Nightshade right here, which definitely surprised me for the even better, because I already thought this was going to be one of my favorite Quints, but the extent to which I like the eyeshadow look I created with it definitely surpassed all of my expectations. I just cannot believe how good this eyeshadow look is. I absolutely love it. It is so glamorous. It is colorful, but like not too much. It's just so freaking pretty. I'm obsessed. I love it. And I definitely see myself reaching for this palette a lot in the future. And then here's the finished look with Sunset Romance, lashes and all. Very beautiful, very romantic, very glamorous. I love that this one has 2 matte shades in the Quint. This one and the bronze palette I think are definitely the most wearable out of the 4 Quints, and I love them. So check it out. And so let me give you my final thoughts on all of the Quints now that I've used them all. I absolutely love the formulas of these. I would definitely suggest to do your eyeshadow first and then your complexion, because I did experience some fallout with these palettes. However, I was also able to take that fallout off pretty easily, which is definitely a good thing, but still I would do my eyes first and then my complexion. And that way I feel like you'll have a more clean look overall, because I did experience some fallout with them. My most suggested Quints, just like I expected, are these 2. So Bronze Ecstasy and Lunar Nightshade. This one is the first one I used at the beginning of the video, and then this one, of course, the one I have on that eye right there. I just love the way that these performed. I loved every single shade that these have in them. They are blendable, they are pigmented, and I love the looks that I created overall the most. The 2 most wearable Quints, the 2 most everyday ones, are once again Bronze Ecstasy, and then this one here, the one I have on this eye, which is Sunset Romance. I think if you're someone who is not super colorful and you're mostly interested in wearable glamorous looks, these 2 are the Quints that you're going to love the most. And then my least suggested / least favorite has to be the Bordeaux Bliss Quint because it doesn't have matte shades, and I truly need matte shades in my palette in order to create looks that I love. So if I am to reach for any of these shades in the future, I would just make sure to do a matte crease on the eye and then add these colors as pops of colors rather than what I did today, because I just don't like to have the sparkle all throughout the crease of my eye. I just don't find that flattering for some reason. So this is definitely my least favorite slash least suggested Quint out of them all. I really hope that you guys liked this video and that you found the eyeshadow looks helpful. I can't wait to read your comments down below. Let me know which one of the Quints is your favorite, which one you're going for, and if you expected this Quint to look this good. Because like I said, I'm obsessed with this eyeshadow look right here. It is so perfect. So if you guys like this video, give the video a thumbs up. If you are going for any of the Quints or anything in this collection, please shop using the link I'm leaving you down below in the description box. Whenever you shop from my links, you are helping out my channel. You'll also find a list to everything I'm wearing on my face today right down there, and that is all I have for you guys in today's video. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please don't leave without subscribing. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you, and I hope to see you back for the next one. Bye.